Hello and welcome to SortaOkay Reviews, where every fan is welcome. I'm Nathan Bedard.
I'm Brad Newton.
And today we are doing
our One Piece chapter weekly review. This week is chapter 918. It's Luffy Taro Repays the Favor. We start off this week with the Straw Hat Grand Fleet cover page. So it says the finale, first half.
First half, yeah. So we've been doing, of course, we've been doing the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, but jumping in what they're doing and stuff like that. Also, it is nice though. I just realized we got the chapter a little early today. Mm-hmm. That was kind of nice. But with the cover page, we get pretty much three members. I would say three of the pretty much
division commanders, I guess.
Commanders. Donsai, Bartolomeo, and Cavendish.
Mm-hmm. The first three, yeah.
The first three, yeah. I kind of, though, I hope Sai gets a little bit stronger, because Bartolomeo, he has a pretty cool...
I think Sai's pretty strong with that, to kick of his, though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Sanji's
and Zoro even said, that's a guy to look out for when he saw Sai in action. Yeah. But anyway, besides the point, so this looks like we're finally going to end the Grand Fleet cover story. So let's go ahead and get into this week's chapter. We see... it's like a strike at a headliner. Everyone's just shocked. We still see the shot of Luffy up there. He's still engulfed in flames from his Red Hawk. We pick up right where we left off last week.
Yeah, everyone's like, whoa, hold him. And then Luffy grabs Otama.
And it's a cool, her tears in her eyes. A nice little drawing panel there.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's just kind of like an old memory of Luffy saving, somebody. Mm. Kind of ordeal. It kind of reminds me of older One Piece a little bit.
Yeah, on the next page we have Zoro just looking well, ooh, we probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, we're in it now. And of course we already knew that. We knew. I don't even know why they thought Luffy could remotely keep incognito being here, especially with what's going on. There's no way.
Do you even know Luffy? Have you even read One Piece?
Yeah, and they're so afraid of Jack coming. I honestly think that
you have the three strongest members of Luffy's Grand Fleet.
Zoro, and Law, I think, could take on Jack. Definitely.
Of Luffy's alliance, sorry, not his Grand Fleet, but the three strongest members of his alliance are all right there. So, yeah, we see everyone's like, oh my goodness, he's knocked out, it's Master Hold'em. And then Speed's just standing there, and she's like, who the heck are these people? Did he just, get defeated in one punch? Mm-hmm. Jesus. And then Luffy's like, oh yeah, time to go. Let's go.
Alright, we came in, we F shit up, let's get out.
It's like, we're out. And it's like, we need a horse, we need to get out here fast. And all of a sudden, Luffy just grabs onto Speed, and she's like, who the heck is freaking on me?
Yeah, I know. That's gotta, because, she feels it, so I bet to, a woman, half horse, that's gotta feel a little weird.
Yeah, just the guy jumping on your back.
Yeah, and I like how Luffy's just like, oh yeah, we can ride this horse, and then she turns around and huh? And
he's like, what the shit?
What did I just jump on?
He's like, it's a human? Luffy's eyes are just bulging out. He's so surprised. And then everyone's like, he's like, oh no, he's attacking Master Speed. And then oh, get him. Then Luffy's like, she's trying to get him off. She's like, get the heck off of me. And then she's like, make one of your, your cheek dango things. And then she's like, okay. And then she gives it to Speed. She's like, she's a human though, it's not gonna work. And then she sees it, she's like, ooh.
Well, it can't hurt. And then boom. That horse face. Mm-hmm. It brings a whole nother meaning. But yeah, she loves it.
Yeah, she eats it, and then it's like, it worked. So that's the most One Piece gag thing ever. It's like, no, okay, Speed's on Luffy's side, I guess.
And I love it. She's like, where would you like to go, Master? And I think this is a gag, but also I do think that this is going to come in handy throughout the whole entire Wano arc.
Yeah.
Is because we know they're the beast pirates. Mm-hmm. A lot of their devil fruits have to do with animals. Yeah. So I think that now that definitely comes in handy.
And one of the things that makes Luffy strong is, I'll talk about that at the end of the chapter. But it's like, so why did it work on her? And then Luffy's like, well, she's a half horse, so I guess it worked on the horse half of her, I guess. Luffy's logic. And then they're like...
and she is a headliner, so she's not a complete pushover.
Mm-hmm. So, and she loves him now. She's just calling him Master. She's like, she gave him a treat, and now she's like, yep, you're the Master now. And it's like, so her name's Speed, so she just zooms off. She's gone.
Perfect way to get out.
Mm-hmm. And then the next page, Otama's thinking back to good old Ace. She sees the Red Hawk.
That's such an adorable panel right there. She's like, you were just like Ace, and like you know, I bet Luffy too would like be like, oh, thanks, like he'd take that as a compliment, but he's just like, what'd you say? And she's like, nothing.
And she gives him a hug. Yeah, that's like such a cute panel. Like both her hugging Luffy and her like looking at it. And then now we cut to the fight that I want to see. Like Law's still standing there in his really cool outfit, and then he's like, I'm gonna. Basically, he says, I'm gonna kill you to Hawkins. He's like,
look, that look for Law is so cool. And then also like the thing that the animal that Hawkins is riding. I want statues of those. Those look so cool.
So, like, Hawkins is starting to put it together. He's like, those tattoos, that hand. And he's like, Law does room. And then, like...
Room.
And then, like, it goes around him. So Hawkins is starting to figure out pretty quickly who he's fighting. And then, Law's like, okay, nothing could possibly go wrong over there. Zoro knows the plan. Yeah. He's going to tell Luffy not to get involved.
Well, he's like, there's no way they're going to take down Hole. So I don't got to worry about that.
But yeah, so Hawkins realizes that it's Law, and he's like, so they did form an alliance. Like, the rumors are true.
And it's been a while since we've seen Law in action. I mean, we saw him...
Law's power's ridiculous, too.
Shoot, last time we saw him really going all out was when they were fighting Doflamingo.
Yeah. But remember, he was, like, super OP in Punk Hazard, too.
Yeah.
So, he says, disappear, Hawkins. And then, like, he does his shambles.
Instant teleportation.
And then he just, teleports to him and slices him up. And then we see, like, he didn't really slice Hawkins up, like, all of his men start to be cut in half instead.
Yep.
So this is, like, the cool, like, the interaction of how their fruits work.
I think that they would actually, though, like, he'd be a good match for Hawkins. Like, Lawn, that'd be pretty good.
And then, Hawkins has the bamboo, like, kind of whip sword that, like, goes all over the place. So he'd go ahead and stabs Law's mask off. So Law's mask's off now.
Mask off.
So, but as we see all around, all of Hawkins' men just got cut in half. Just like he made like a circle.
Wouldn't it be funny if they all end up getting like animal bottom halves?
Just like in Punk Hazard. Then Hawkins is like, holy crap, he just pretty much defeated everybody. And Law is just smiling at him like, going all out against him. So Law's like, you're I expected you to see through my disguise. He's like, I was just trying to scare you. He's like, I don't enjoy killing people. I am a doctor after all. Then Hawkins' response is, welcome to the Wano country. And he's like, this is the first time we've met since, Sabaody, which is, where all the
it's been a while since. I can't wait till we get to that panel of, like, them all back together.
Yeah.
Because Luffy, besides Drake, I don't think Luffy's in too much of bad terms with anyone, because we definitely know that Bonnie had a thing for Ace, so like there's some connection that could be there. Plus, also
she has some connection to Kuma too, and Kuma likes Luffy.
Kuma, yeah, and also she saved Zoro back in Sabaody, so she doesn't hate him.
I thought the only person that would hate him would be Cabone, and he ended up joining with him.
Yeah, he ended up, and even though they probably aren't bestest of friends, I think they still now respect each other.
Yeah. But anyway, we're back to Hawkins, and he's saying it's like, it doesn't look like you're here, for sightseeing purposes or traveling. You probably have some sort of plan. He's like, I know your alliance is probably here, and then he's like, so I can expose your plan to everybody. You don't know, or I know that you're probably here to attack.
Now, see, I'm sorry, but I mean, even though he is attacking him, he is fighting him. I think, like, I feel like Hawkins would immediately go like, okay, I need to alert them, As of right now, I feel that he's still like, he wants to maybe team up with him.
I would say that, but he could be so freaking terrified of what Kaido can do that I could see him like maybe turning later on. But as of right now, he's probably, because Kaido, the way Kaido was introduced, he just dropped in front of Kid, Apu, and Hawkins and Killer. And then all four of them, he just probably destroyed them.
Yeah.
So Hawkins is probably scared out of his mind of Kaido. But anyway, we get the announcement on the Didin Mushi that like Hold'em was defeated by thieves. I was like, we have already reported this to Jack and Law's like, you guys had one job.
Yeah.
One job,
you messed it up, but it's good for us, because now we know stuff's about to go down.
Yeah.
And it's good for the people, because they stole the ship with all the food on it.
Yeah, the treasure food ship. So it's like they rush back in, And then Hawkins and Law's conversation gets interrupted because Luffy's bolting through on the lion dog thing with Zoro. Zoro is anyway. And then, Law just happens to land on his ship. All the people that got cut in half just get blown away too. And Hawkins is over there too. Got knocked off of his buck thing.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's chasing after him, and then Law's like, "You guys are idiots." And then Zoro's like, "Hey, what's up, man?
Hey,
Long time no
how you
see."
doing?
And then he's like, "You promised over and over again that you wouldn't cause any trouble. Now you made yourself one in this country, and now you did something. Jack's gonna come. We're all gonna have to be an all-out battle now."
Which, like I said, I don't know. I don't think that they should be worried about Jack. I think they need to be worried about Kaido and his whole crew coming. But Jack, I feel like they could take him on, especially if the
three of them together.
Yeah, the three of them together, and plus if the Straw Hats showed up. I'm sorry, Jack can't be that powerful. Oda couldn't have made him that OP.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be an easy fight by any means.
No,
but I think Zoro, Law, and Luffy together could beat him. So anyway, here comes the food into the town. All the kids are like, yeah! They're all running toward it. It's a nice little panel. They're like, it's a whole treasure ship. And we see, the kids crying because they're having all this food. And then, they get the fish. And then the Beast Pirates are like, no, that's not, we got Batman right here.
That's not yours.
It's like, those aren't leftovers.
I don't know why they think they can even stand up to Luffy or Zoro right now. It's like, what do you think? Because especially right here.
Luffy just stomps the water on him. He's like, there you go. Here's fresh water. Have as much as you want. Everyone's like, yeah, we haven't had this much water in years.
Luffy just signed up for Meals on Wheels. That's what the new thing is.
He's like, my name is Luffy Toro. If someone asks, just tell him my name.
The Straw Hat Grand Meals on Wheels.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, it's Try Guy. And then he's like, I haven't seen you in a long time. And then, Straw Hat, he's like, is this a rebellion against Wano Country? Then we have Otama looking at an apple, because she's never had an apple in her life before. Which
is kind of sad, but also nice.
Mm-hmm. He's like, this is repayment for the food that Tama gave me. And he's like, and this is just the start of it. And then he turns around and he's like, wait a minute, some of that food's mine.
Yeah, he's like, no, save me a little, though. I'm a little hungry here. I mean, I kind of did bring this to you guys. I'm hungry, too.
So we cut back to the town. They're like, the fire is spreading everywhere. Hold'em's been, absolutely obliterated. They're like, only the lion is still conscious. So the lion's, sitting there, swinging, going, let me out.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Sit down. What are you doing? Dude's knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people don't like him. I like the lion at least.
Yes, the lion.
I think the lion's hilarious.
And then it's like, yeah, it's true that Hold'em and his forces messed up. However, he had to deal with 3 troublesome people. This is a lot. Hawkins talking. Even if I had been here, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. It's pretty much Hawkins is reporting the situation. And then cuts back to Luffy. I guess Hawkins noticed something. So it's kind of weird. It's like, even if I would have been here, I would have been able to, and then it just ... So he notices something. We don't know what that is. I guess we'll see later. So he's like, cuts to the next panel. It's like, Tama, don't be happy with all this food yet. He's like, I'll make this the normal for you. It's like, I'll make sure by the time we leave this country, it'll be a place where you can eat every day.
I couldn't help it when she was like, big bro. I couldn't help it in my mind just think of a scene if it was Luffy and Tama, just like, big bro.
And it's like, when we return to this country, we'll make it a place that Tama's remembering, and Ace did the same thing to her. It's like, Luffy's like, she starts crying about it, and then Luffy's like, why are you crying about it? He's like, I thought that'd make you happy.
I love Tama, man. She's starting to become one of my favorites. She's so adorable.
And she's like, no, it would make me happy. I'm just a little surprised. And then, Zoro's like, geez, you're being too reckless. It's like, we've got a blue, Zoro's the voice of reason now that everything's done. He's like, man, you guys messed up back there.
Yeah, you guys messed up. You were part of that. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, Law's like, I don't want to hear anything from you. And then, it's like, anyway, let's move over there to the top of that mountain over there. It's like, we're going to the ruins of Odin Castle. We're gonna meet the ghosts of Wano Country. And they're like, ghosts? Zoro says, you'll be surprised when you see him. Because it was definitely a surprise, for me. So the last panel is like, the unbelievable, quotes, truth you will learn of.
I hope we get next chapter. I hope we actually like a ghost of Odin.
Yeah.
Like that would be so cool.
Well, Luffy has the voice to hear all things, so he's the voice of all things. So Luffy might be able to talk to him. So we could be getting to a flashback, maybe our first flashback of the arc, because it looks like this first part of the arc is over now. They've been to these 3 villages. They defeated that guy. So it looks like maybe we're gonna get Odin's flashback, perhaps. Yeah. But I think that's going to do it for this week's chapter. The last thing I wanted to mention is, Law mentioned, you're starting a rebellion, and that's pretty much what Luffy does, is he goes into a country and he's like, the people like that, he's going to get people to rally behind him. Like, that's his strength. Like, he's the natural leader to everybody. He's like, everyone will follow him to fight Kaido.
And plus, I mean, Oda said that, like, this was going to be, like, the war of the Paramount. Mm-hmm. So I think, we kind of had a slow start. It wasn't, like, the Paramount War, but I think we're getting into it faster than we think. I think we're about to find out some secrets
about Odin and
I think we're going to start getting into this war. I think people are going to start showing up. Mm-hmm. I think we're starting to get people to rally behind us and everything. Mm-hmm.
Maybe more of the crew will start showing up. A lot of stuff still has to happen first.
I wouldn't doubt it if that was maybe like Hawkins saw like maybe one of the worst generation, or maybe
Jack or somebody.
Jack.
But I think that's going to do it for this week's review.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As always, you can hit that subscribe button that'll pop up right there, and another video will be right here for you to watch.
We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching our video, and of course, have a good day.